Okay. All right, there you are, Bobby.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. That was an early departure.
Actually, we got up at 4:30.
We got 4:30, and then made our way to the airport and
At 5:30, and our flight left at 8
at
a.m.
8. So we had a ride down there, so it's good.
Yeah.
And then we had our airport coffee. That was our first coffee of the trip.
Yeah.
Well, it was Hawaii Islands. It wasn't.
I like drinking a coffee on an airplane. I know you don't like it, but I like always coffee on an airplane.
Yeah, you did have coffee on the airplane, and this wasn't bad for airport coffee.
No, we had a lot worse.
Yeah.
One, so
Yeah, we had a lot worse, but yeah, we got on the plane. We were all cool.
mask up.
Masks on. No, it's so easy to go, and then.
Hey, there's our room service already.
Yeah, we flew to Seattle, then overnighted, and we got some room service, and yeah, we just got the classic.
It was exhausting. No, still even overnight.
Yeah,
it was
because
just
we
hard.
try to spend the night this time instead of flying overnight, because we usually get like 2 or 3 days, and then we're exhausted, and by the time we're kind of set up, we got to fly home, and it's a long trip. So we spent the night in Seattle this time. It worked a little pretty good, but it's
Yeah.
still, airport hotels are loud, but it was pretty good. We had a nice little, they had a very limited menu, but it was pretty
But,
good.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, we had a nice little room service, and
At least we got some sleep.
yeah, well, at least we got some sleep, and then the next morning we met everybody, and they had just the little weird carrot, and we did make it. And then later, when I was
was
looking at
horrible.
the picture, it was really bad. I realized some was decaf. No wonder it didn't do anything.
Mosquito flying.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty.
it was pretty
gnarly.
bad, but
I
we
mean,
did. We had to get up early then for a 7 a.m. flight, so we got up at 4. Yeah, there it was. Grounds came out. It was a
Yeah, usually I don't mind those coffees. But
yeah.
This one didn't work out that good.
No.
But then look what we have right
Yeah,
there.
but then we made it to Oklahoma. Yeah, and we went out to
I don't remember the place. Some brew house.
Bricktown. It was the
Bricktown,
original
yeah.
Bricktown brew house, and yeah, they had epic food. So yeah, I had the hardcore chicken fried steak and a ginger beer. It was one
Yeah.
of those drinks, but virgin because we don't drink. I forget.
Yeah.
Moscow Mule, but with no liquor in it. It was
Yeah.
really good, and that was a good restaurant. One thing, Oklahoma had some pretty good food.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised how good that food was.
Yeah.
We usually don't even eat things like this. But
We don't too often, but it was really good.
yeah,
And then in the afternoon, we went and
that was not in the afternoon. That was in the morning.
The next morning,
Yeah.
because we had some coffee there, and there was no coffee at the house, kind of. So we went out and Viridian, and I got to say, it was some pretty darn good coffee. Not too
I
often
didn't
do
have
we
a latte.
score.
I just had a brew.
Yeah, you had a big brew, or did I bring you a latte?
No, I didn't
can't-
have a
Yeah, you
latte.
had a brew and a bunch of lattes, and their coffee was good. Usually, we're in more of a tourist area. We're in Lawton, Oklahoma, so I think the coffee is really bad. But I got to say, for Viridian though,
It was
I
pretty
think
good.
it was good, and we got to hand it to them. It was pretty darn good. So we were stoked to get some Viridian coffee. We drove out and got some of that. But then they, machine that down at the store, because they just had this Keurig and they're not making coffee at home, so
Yeah.
this was just a funky little brew and brine type thing, or grind and brew, but it worked out right
I
for
thought
us.
it was pretty good.
Yeah, I scared everyone one morning when I had to go off at 6 a.m. grinding, and
Yeah.
you just can't really fill it up that high
Yeah.
because it
I thought it was really good coffee.
yeah,
though.
it was good. We brought our Hawaiian coffee, and yeah, the old grind and brew worked good. We left it there, and
Yeah, there it is.
yeah, there it is.
In Jeremy's.
Jeremy's
North
cup. I
Korea.
have one of those cups now.
Yeah, in North Korea.
So we had a good time. Then we went out to breakfast the next day before we were heading to the zoo, and we went to Jimmy's Egg.
It was really good again too.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was just
Yeah.
like, wow.
I should have got. Well, I don't need any cups, but I almost wanted to get a cup, but I really didn't need one. They're kind of neat, and it was just cafe coffee, but it was fine. It was a really good place. Jimmy's Egg was happening. Yeah. So we had coffee and we had breakfast there, and then we headed out to the zoo. And
Safari.
well, we didn't have any coffee there, but they
No.
did have a cafe. But we got to see some elephants, and
It was really nice. It was super, super.
it
hot,
was
though.
super. It was like 100 degrees that day, but we did cruise around, and we got to see some elephants there, which was kind of the high point. But
Yeah.
yeah, so overall, we had a pretty good. This was in Oklahoma. We stayed in Lawton, Oklahoma, and it was
Nice zoo. Lots of people though.
That's right. Hot.
Yeah, it's just super hot.
Yeah, and then we got ready to head home, and we flew back over, and we stopped in Seattle again. And in Seattle, they did have in the airport too. I got to say, if you're changing planes in Seattle Airport, they had this place, Cafe Duarte or something, and yeah, they had really good espresso in the. Better than some trips and all the espresso we
Yeah.
get. They had for airport, a place. They had pretty good espresso. But yeah, Cafe Duarte. So if you're in Seattle Airport, it's pretty damn good. You're kind of stoked,
Yeah.
and you
I
can.
don't get lattes anymore at the
No.
airport. It's too disappointing for
Uta
me.
likes Uta likes us to get a big cup of brew
Yeah.
because they can be disappointing. But so we had a pretty good trip. We got good coffee overall, and yeah, it worked out good. Better than San Diego.
Yeah.
We really had dismal coffee. Had one good coffee, but this time it worked out good. We had the hotel thing, but
Yeah, it was a nice trip. Didn't have to hurt for coffee this time. We survived.
we did. Yeah. So anyway, and we're gonna have our next show coming up. We have the coffee coming in the next
Yeah.
couple days.
Tomorrow. I'm supposed
Tomorrow.
to.
So then we'll be back on coffee with. I have Cuban and Jamaican coffee. I don't know which one shipped. The Cuban was hard to find, but
I think we're getting a Cuban tomorrow.
yeah, the Cuban tomorrow, then Jamaica. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're back, and that's Oklahoma City. So coffee win on that trip, and
Yeah.
food win.
Yeah, it was
But
a good trip.
it's a little bit strange in Oklahoma, though.
It is.
It is.
It's quite different.
Yeah, we stayed away from people, but yeah. Anyway,